What's going on, everyone? Let's talk about Jalen Hood Schifino. Getting closer to training camp. Want to start breaking down and going over various players. I figured let's start with Jalen Hood Schifino, primarily because we just got news the other day about Jalen Hood Schifino and his health status. So Jalen Hood Schifino is expected to be healthy and ready to go for training camp. So he is expected to compete in training camp, preseason, and potentially get and earn a rotation spot in the actual roster going into the season. Now, here's the problem. Where does he play, if at all? Right? I know a lot of people think Jalen Hood Schifino is a bust. See it all the time. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion when the guy played 3 minutes a game on average, got 2 field goal attempts, and it was all garbage time. How do you come to that conclusion when he's not playing real organized basketball? He's basically playing street ball out there, right? Like, garbage time isn't organized, structured. You're running sets. No, everyone's just shot chucking. They're just trying to get out and however many minutes are left and just make sure no one gets hurt, right? It's like pickup basketball at that point, right? Game's over. Everyone's out. Everyone's packed it in. Guys are just trying to get their numbers up because they know they're not going to play, right? The only thing we really have to go off of on a gauge whether he's good or not is the G League. And in the G League, he was better than everybody. He gave it 22 points a game, knocked down the three. I think it was like 43% from three-point range, right? Like, the guy made plays, got steal, did everything. Guy had an incredible stat line in the G League. I get it. I understand. G League is not the actual NBA. I get that, right? But again, it's one, the only thing we have to go off of. And two, your 20-year-old rookie dominating the G League is a good sign, right? Like, that's a good sign. And that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to dominate and translate and become, a superstar in the NBA. We've seen a lot of guys have really great numbers in the G League and it not translate to success in the NBA, right? But he has all the tools. He has all the traits. He's 6'6" in size, can basically play 1 through 3, right? He's got good skill set that our other guards don't have, can be a point of attack guy, play some defense, got good length, good versatility, give you that foot speed, give you that first step, rim pressure, all of those things, right? He's the kind of guy that you could see giving you that change of pace, giving you that different look and perspective going into next season, right? D'Lo's very slow, very methodical, kind of takes his time, right? You got like Austin Reeves. He's, kind of the same thing, kind of just trying to get into the teeth of the defense, doing all this, fancy stuff and trying to create contact. You look at Gabe Vincent again. He's not the super charged, fast-paced type guy. Then you look at a guy like Jalen Hood Schifino, who he can push the pace. He can get out in transition. He can apply the rim pressure. He's got good size, good strength. Can finish through the contact, get the and ones, right? Make plays for others. Does he have this like LeBron James level court vision? No. But you've seen in like summer league and stuff, which, pause for a moment, it's unfortunate we didn't get to see him in summer league, right? We didn't get to see did you see the clear progress, right? Did you see the growth, like Max Christie, for example, right? You look at Max Christie year one, you're like, okay, there's some promise there. He's playing a couple minutes a game, started, I think, 3 games that year, something like that, right? Okay. Then he gets in the summer league and it was like, oh, he's just better than everybody, right? Like, he's the best player on the court every game, right? And unfortunately, we didn't get to see it translate last year because Darvin Ham just refused to play him. Right, Darvin Ham would rather play Taurean Prince 40 minutes than play Max Christie 5. Like, it was just crazy. It was crazy. But I digress, right? Because it's about Jalen Hood Schifino. We didn't get the gauge. We didn't get that improvement gauge, right? Okay, did he clearly take some strides? All we heard last training camp from literally everybody. Austin Reeves said it, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Darvin Ham, you name it, D'Angelo Russell, all of them. What did they keep saying? Every time somebody got, hey, who stands out the most in training camp? and they all said Jalen Hood Schifino. So either they were all just lying, they all were just trying to hype up the rookie for what? Like when he wasn't going to play? Right? Like if he was going to be your starting point guard, I could see everybody being like, man, Jalen Hood Schifino, he's money, right? Like, but he wasn't going to be. Like it was questions of, does he even play at all last season? Right? Like, and you still have those same questions this season. So unless, again, it was just all like a scheme, or he was really busting everyone up. Now, you could argue, like, who's defending him, right? Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell. It's not like a great defensive template, but he's still, like, that's a good sign. Again, everything we've heard about Jalen Schifino is positive. I think another big problem that kind of translate amongst fans is people saw Cam Whitmore. People saw particularly Jaime Jaquez, because Cam Whitmore didn't play a ton for the Rockets. Like, he had times where he struggled to even crack the rotation. But, like, you saw these other guys get meaningful minutes and actually play well, right? Especially Jaime Jaquez, right? And so I think that just kind of, like, amplified things. It was like, oh, look, these two guys were taken after Jalen Hood-Schifino. Jalen Hood-Schifino's looked like trash because he's only playing 3 minutes a game in garbage time, where Jaime Jaquez, Cam Whitmore were playing actual NBA minutes, especially Jaime Jaquez. Jaime Jaquez was playing real minutes, real NBA minutes, getting 30 minutes a game on some nights, right? Like playing a role, getting shot attempts, getting to play with the ball in his hands, right? Like, yeah, you got to see what he could do because the Heat allowed him to show what he could do. The Lakers didn't let Jalen Hood-Schifino show you what he could do. But the question is, like, does that change this year? Right? Because again, like, where does he slot in? You got D'Angelo Russell, got Gabe Vincent, right? That's more likely your 1 and 2, right? Then you have Austin Reeves and Max Christie. Then you have guys like Dalton Connect, you could slide over to the 2. You have Cam Reddish, you could slide over to the 2. Right? You got several guys that could kind of fill the guard spots that make sense over Jalen Schifino. Unless Jalen Hood-Schifino is just that good. Like, if we get more, I swear, if we get more news out of this training camp that Jalen Schifino is just this boss and just, oh my goodness, watch out for Jalen Schifino. He's, the second coming of prime Russell Westbrook or whatever. And we don't see him take the floor on like real meaningful minutes, right? Like, I'm going to lose it. Right? Like, I better not hear a peep about Jalen Schifino if he doesn't play, right? Like, and again, I understand it. It's justifiable, right? Again, like, who is he playing over? He's not playing over D'Lo, not playing over Gabe Vincent, maybe on occasion, right? Obviously, if D'Lo misses a game or like Reeves misses a game, right? Or Christie or Vincent, or if one of those guys miss a game, then yeah, I think Jalen Schifino gets some real opportunity, gets some real run, gets some real minutes, right? Like, let's see what the kid can do. But outside of that, right, if Austin Reeves plays all 82 games again and like D'Lo plays 77 games, you're probably only going to see Jalen Schifino for a couple games. Now, obviously, trades could change that, right? Lakers pull off the Jeremy Grant trade, just using that as an example, right? I know people are like, why do you always bring up Jeremy Grant? Because it's realistic and kind of been the most talked about trade this offseason. But choose that for an example, right? Talking Gabe Vincent, Rui Hachimura, Cam Reddish. At that point, you either A, need to bring in a backup guard, Jordan Goodwin or whatever, or you're trusting Jalen Hood-Schifino. You're making Jalen Hood-Schifino play that role as the primary backup at the point guard position. Now, you'd be fine, because like the question is like, what if he's not ready for the playoffs or whatever? You'd still be fine. You have LeBron James, right, who in a pinch can just go be the playmaker if you need him to. And you have Austin Reeves that can make. I'm not like super sold on Austin Reeves. I mean, we'll see. Maybe take some strides, but I'm not super sold on Austin Reeves as your point guard personally. So I think if you're talking about like Jalen Hood-Schifino, well, also JJ Redick and the offensive schemes he wants to run, right? He doesn't want a ball dominant, everything runs through him type offense, right? Like, he doesn't want LeBron James dribbling the ball for 20 seconds and then passing it up to somebody, right? He just wants like initiators, right? So Jalen Hood-Schifino, I believe, could play that role well, right? Because he's got size, strength, all that stuff. I do think, he can inbound the ball and then just bring it up and then get you in your first set, right? Make your initiation pass, and then everything just starts flowing, right? I think he's capable of doing that. Also, again, like, he gives you a different look from everyone else, right? His ability to just grab the ball off the glass and just take off, right? Great one-man fast break and just kind of get you out in transition play, especially with, Christian Coloco and Jackson Hayes, those floor-running bigs that can keep up and sprint down the court, right? Imagine Jalen Hood-Schifino just getting the board and just going, and you got Hayes or Coloco trailing, and Connect or whoever spotted up, right, for the kick-out pass. Like LeBron calling for the oop, right? Like, you can see the potential balance that Jalen Hood-Schifino could give you. But will he actually get the opportunity is the real question. Will he actually get some run is the question. But time will tell. We'll see how it all plays out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like Jalen Hood-Schifino? Do you think that he's about to make a name for himself, right? Like the Deadpool meme. But no, I mean, we'll see, right? Like, he has the skill set. He has all the tools. I think, obviously shooting. Is he going to shoot 43% in the NBA? Probably not. But can he shoot 37%, 36%, right? Like, which would be great for his first season. But we'll see. Time will tell. Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot, so we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.